Hi everybody, it's Crazy. It's Friday, and it's time for the UPBGE video of the week. Now before I get started, gotta give a shout out to my trusted, to you guys rock, to my Crazy fam, I love you guys, and to my patrons, thank you for your support. Now we're up to episode number 17, and I left y'all with a little bit of homework last week. If you watched last week's video, should have some homework that you should have completed. Let me switch over to this one here. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Okay. What I left you off with is this little guy right here. All you had to do was create a fin, okay? And all you're doing was extracting a few vertices, and then you're connecting them back together again, okay? With that, you'll want to turn clipping off so you can maneuver your, let's go to vertex select here. Okay, so you can move your vertices around. As you see through the shadow there, it will separate and not cause a problem. Okay, so make sure you turn clipping off when you're going to do this fin, if that's what you did. Basically, all you have to do is just connect them together at this point here, and then you're going to turn clipping back on, and then you're going to maneuver them all to it, and they will lock into place. Okay. So that was pretty simple. For those who had a bit of hard time with it, I'm in the same boat with you. I had the same problem. But now that I see it, I can actually walk you through it and tell you a little bit more about it so you're not sitting there fighting it. So basically, you were just going to extrude this one, this one, this one, and this one. And you extrude it out. You bring it up. And if you're using your reference images, okay, which would be this reference image here and that reference image there, you'll see that the lines line up. Just follow the lines and you should be good. If you didn't do it, well, now you got your chance to do it and go ahead and do it. If not, you can actually go to that file in there and it automatically has this part done for you. Has the whole body done if you just don't feel like doing it. But me, myself, the only way you're going to learn is if you do it yourself and fight through it and dredge through it and figure it out. It's nice to have people helping you with it, giving you some pointers saying, hey, you want to turn off clipping, okay, make sure you turn it off, while you're doing it and then turn it back on when you're ready to go, okay? And with that being said, okay, we ended off on extruding out the fins, this bottom fin here, okay? And like I said, I left you with this fin to work with. But we all did this one, and it looks pretty good. It looked pretty good. We were happy with it. And to just finish that little part off, it says because the mirror modifier has both merge and clipping options turned on, the extrude will not simply be constrained to the normal, the axis perpendicular to the face, initially. Instead, the extruded face will be locked to the normal, but half of it will be locked in with the mirror plane. Therefore, it will behave as if locked vertically or on the z-axis. Okay? So, you got to finagle with it a little bit. Okay? All right, and then a little bit about transform orientation. Okay? If an object or its parts is rotated in relation to the global axis, you will find the default axis locking hardly useful. Okay? Therefore, Blender allows you to quickly set a different alignment mode in the 3D view header. Okay? The default is global. That's this little deal right here. If you click on it, you've got global, local, normal, gimbal, and view. Okay? Most of the time it's set to global. Okay? To switch it, enter the desired axis twice. For example, XX. So if I wanted to move this on the Y-axis, I would have to hit Y, Y. Okay? Now, unfortunately, that doesn't do anything. Okay? So, we have to hit grab. Okay? So, let's go back to this one and we hit grab Y. Now, if you look down at the bottom, down here, okay, you won't be able to see it there, but okay, if I hit Y, it'll show up on the global axis. If I hit Y again, you'll see down here at the bottom, okay, it changes to local Y. Now, if you notice, now it's going a completely different direction than the Y axis right here, because this is the global axis, okay? This green right here, okay, the green line is showing you the Y in global, okay? When you switch this to local, you notice that, the Y is not no longer going with this Y green right here, okay? This green line. It is actually going up, and it's going to take it up and down, okay? So when you're working with different orientations, make sure you're on either global, or if you want to work in local, use local, okay? Now, you got to forgive people around here. They like to speed around and be stupid. Um, okay, so by changing the global orientation, you are actually changing the orientation of the transform controllers, okay, which is your grab, rotate, and scale. And this one it says translate, which means the same thing as grab. Okay, you're translating, you're moving. Okay, one exception to this system and broadly used is that when global is set as the global orientation, you get local transforms when typing your locking axis, which is YY, ZZ, XX. Okay. Additionally, an advanced resource is to add custom transform orientations. This is acceptable at the end of the 3D View Properties panel. Okay, I guess you can go all the way over here and click Selection. No, doesn't say it. Okay, so I'm not sure about that. I will get back with y'all on that one. Okay, but I know you can come in here and you can change it to whatever one you want. Okay, so with that being said, let's continue on from where we left off. Since you did your homework, right, and you did this fin on top, and you got your fins on the side, now it kind of looks more like a fishy body, right? Well, we got to put something in. We get to put in something else to make the head. As you see from your reference picture, it's a Susie head. Okay, so to save time with the modeling, we will add a head from the built-in meshes in Blender. While in edit mode, go to the Add Mesh menu or Shift A and choose Monkey. So if you hit Shift and A or S, no, not Shift S, click out of that and Shift A, you'll notice that you get the mesh menu. If you don't know what this little menu is and it's kind of gotten you confused, that means you came in too late. You need to go back a little bit further in the episodes. Alright, so we're going to come down here to the monkey head. And we're just going to click it, and now we got, oh, look at that, a Susie head sitting right here ready to go. Okay, so you can grab the little arrows to maneuver it around, or you can hit grab and then the location you want it to go. Okay, so we're going to bring her on in. Okay, I'm going to switch this over to wireframe. We're going to scale him on down. Almost had that one good. I got a little bit too far ahead. Okay, you can just scroll or not scroll, rotate and move or grab, and you will actually get it into the spot where it actually looks like it sits. It's not much, you can scale, but if you notice that it's good here but not good here, so we got to grab it on the Z axis and go ahead and drop it on down in there. Okay, and zooming in does help you actually line up your mesh to where it looks good. That looks really good. Okay. So, yep, that's good. Okay, and if you ever wanted to get a little bit more detail in it, you can always hold your shift key. If you grab the little arrow key, okay, you click left click, and then you hit and hold shift, it will go really slow, so you can actually do stuff. Okay, you can actually just line it right up to exactly where you want it. Okay, because normally it's like this, it's really fast, and you can't really get a good line in there. But if you hold your shift, you notice that it goes a little bit slower. Makes it easier for you to look in and see it better. Okay. All right. So now we got Susie all lined up. I want to get her up a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I'll quit finagling. I'm sorry. I like to have it just right, because sometimes it just doesn't work right for me, but sometimes it does. All right, so it says, okay, so we added this the Susie monkey head. Okay, you will need to scale, rotate, and grab, okay, which is S, R, or G, to make it match the reference image. And they will match perfectly. What a happy coincidence. Look at that. Matches perfectly. You ain't got to do no extra finagling of vertices just to make the Susie head look right. Okay? You will need to remove some faces from the neck to connect it with the top part of the body. To delete faces, use the X key. This will bring up the menu. The menu shown, which is, see, let's say if we hit X, you get the delete menu. Okay, that's this right here. You can delete vertices, edges, faces, so on and so forth. You don't know about this? You might want to go back to the very first video. Okay, we're not going to delete anything right now. I'm going to leave this for homework for y'all because, yeah, we're getting close to that 15-minute mark. It's like right at 11 minutes. So I'm going to go a little bit further and go into a little bit more detail for a couple more minutes because I want you to be able to feel comfortable in this and understand it a little bit. When I first did this the first time, I really did not have a good mesh to work with. I didn't follow the image that well because I figured I can just do it however I want. Yeah, it didn't turn out too well. So what you want to do is you want to delete some of the faces off here and this face right here, okay? And then you're going to connect these vertices to certain points on the head and neck. And as you see the visual reference, okay, where this one is at, let's go to the top one and see how that one is. And then you've got the Susie head up here, but then this one, okay, is right there. All right, so we have to connect them and make them work together and work happily ever after. Okay, so we'd probably bring that one up and bring it to there, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to leave that homework just for you. Okay, I'm not going to give you all the answers. You got to figure out a little bit on your own. But go ahead and connect these up, and next week we will work on getting two. I don't know why I keep doing that. Which one am I? There we go. Got to find the right one here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it up to you to connect up your the Susie head with the body, and we'll continue off with that next week. Okay, and sometimes you can actually connect them by just selecting several vertices and making a face by hitting the F key, and that's a little trick to kind of help you out through your homework. Okay, a little hint in there. So we'll go ahead and leave it at that. And next week we'll continue on with making the rest of this mesh and making it into a shark, a Susie shark. Okay, so stick with it, and we will see y'all next week.